How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video, and happy 4th of July. Today is Independence Day for America, which is great, but unfortunately it means no trading today. But that is okay. We can use a day off once in a while. So we're starting today with some charting. So I printed out some charts. These are not trades that I took. These are actually trades that I did not take and that I missed out on. So I'm just kind of breaking them down and just taking some notes on them. And I want to show a few of these setups. This setup was on oil this week. It was basically a really nice higher low right off a key level and VWAP. So oil started the day by selling off. It was below the prior day low as well as VWAP. It was kind of forming a bear flag here, but I didn't like it because of the failure to go lower here. And then it got back above it and it retested this area and put in this very nice 5-minute signal bar. So an entry above that would have been absolutely perfect. But it's not just the 5-minute that I had confidence in, because the hourly time frame, let me go to it. This was on Wednesday the 2nd. The hourly time frame, I just put in this super nice failure to go lower, and it was kind of a double bottom with the overnight lows. So seeing that on the hourly just added confluence to this trade, and I 100% would have taken it if I had it on my charts at the time. I just unfortunately missed it because the entry, it formed around the time when I'm usually about to be done trading for the day, at around 10:30, so like 2 hours after the open, and I just unfortunately missed it, but that's okay. I'm going over it now, so that next time I see it, I will absolutely take it, and hopefully I will execute well. Oh yeah, and I had to put this sticky note up here because after my last lesson with my mentor, he said, once again, you're kind of making the same mistakes of, closing trades too soon, moving your stop loss. And he said it would probably help to like write out some sticky notes and put them on my monitor, because that's what he did, and it helped him, I guess. So this is a reminder to not move my stop loss and just let my trades play out, because that is still my #1 struggle, and I absolutely have to get over it. So okay, so I'm rewatching the last lesson I did with my mentor, and we just went over a trade I took that the entry was great. It started going my way instantly, and then on a tiny pullback I bailed for basically break even, and then it went my way after that. So it's a mistake I've made a million times, and here's a couple minutes of our discussion about it. We might see a little pop here, but
okay,
looking at it now, it's like, okay, why did I do that? It's a 5-minute downtrend. And
I know exactly why you did it.
So I was scared to lose.
You're at the point where you're like, you can find setups. I know you can. I have full faith in you doing that because you do it day in and day out.
I know I do, and it's incredibly frustrating not capitalizing on them, because I basically did the same thing on RTY today.
Right. And what I'm noticing though is your mindset's off, and I'll elaborate on that. And what I mean is, most of the time what I'm doing is finding reasons why I need to be in the trade, right? Why I need to continue to hold the position, right?
Yeah.
You are actively finding reasons on why you need to get the hell out.
That is true.
You are finding any little reason of why you need to get out of that trade and run for the hills.
Help? Like, should I? Okay, so he was basically pointing out the fact that, once again, I'm still just not holding these trades with confidence, even though I'm able to identify just great setups in the market now. And after that, he even said, he's like, at this point, there's only so much that I can do to help you during these lessons, because he said they're getting kind of repetitive, because he tells me like the same thing every time. I just know what I need to work on still. So it's just kind of funny to go back and watch the lessons and hear what he says to me about, correcting my mistakes and stuff. So yeah, I clearly need to work on not making the same mistakes over and over again. It's just so hard, man. It's so hard to undo bad habits, but it needs to be done. So I think in a little while I'm going to go to the gym and hit legs today. I'll probably record some clips of that. I'd like to play some basketball outside, but it will be over 90 degrees today. So I still could, but we'll see. That might be something I do later in the evening when it's not quite as hot. All right, let's go get this done. It's leg day. Okay, we're done. Man, that was a good workout. I finished everything off with a 1 mile run on the treadmill just to get a little bit of cardio in. And man, it is hot out here now. My car says 94. I'm sweating, that's for sure. Let's go home and shower and then eat a nice meal. So I'll see you guys in a little while. Okay, back from the gym, feeling good, feeling fresh. Now I'm gonna dive into what my trading has looked like the past couple of weeks here. We've had an okay start to July. I'm 2 for 2. These are not very big wins. I know my green days need to be bigger considering my red days are kind of a similar size, honestly. Just to show you guys what happened in June. I know you saw the first few weeks from my last video, but I was able to kind of turn it around a little bit, but unfortunately I did not squeeze out really any green weeks. I guess the first week I was barely green, but yeah, June was a rough month for me, and I absolutely had the chance to turn it around last week. And if you just take a look at the setups I took, I absolutely should have turned it around, and I should have made a bag on this week, but I just messed up my execution and I made some silly mistakes, and we're going to dive into some of those trades right now. This day, Monday the 23rd, was probably the most frustrating day of the month, if not the year, because I made the same mistake basically 3 times in a row. And I'm going to show you how. I'm going to show you what I did. This is embarrassing and this is unacceptable. So I took a short on RTY after we had this nice push in the first like hour or so, and then it was starting to fail. We got below the pre-market low. We had retested a little bit, and so I went short right here. This entry was a little bit early. It's not my typical entry. I like to enter on, you know, a nice like lower high setup. So it's not a super traditional entry, but I was looking for this failure of pre-market high to hold and for a nice move lower. And I kid you not, I put my stop right above this red bar's high. So I put my stop up here, and I saw the indices start to rally a little bit. So I literally closed this trade right here when we went above this bull bar, thinking that, okay, the upside will continue. So I'm going to get out here to avoid a slightly bigger loss. But that is a terrible habit, and I really paid the price here. And this hurts to look at because I did it like 2 more times after that. Like if I just go to the next trade, this is painful to show. This is horrible, man. I see price break below this bar's low. I go short again, and I stop out above this bar's high. And right after that, the huge downside move begins. And I don't even want to go to the next trade, but I'm going to. Oh my word, this is painful to show. This is the trade that I went over with my mentor. You know how I was showing you guys that clip from our lesson this morning that he was ripping on me for closing this trade early, and I really deserved it because I had a perfect entry. I took a perfect 5-minute sell. This should have been a really easy hold down into opening print and low of day. That would have, with 2 micros, that would have been like 150 bucks. And instead, I decided to close it above this 5-minute bar because I was afraid of a double bottom or something. I don't even know. I was just so off this day that I could not execute a trade properly to save my life, and it was embarrassing. So yeah, on this day, on the 23rd, I should have had back-to-back like 2 or 3 R winning trades, and I didn't because I just could not trust my plan at all. I could not respect my stop, and it needs to stop. It's getting really frustrating not being able to capitalize on these setups that I'm identifying, and I need to make some serious change. So yeah, just from those setups alone, that would have put me up very nicely on the week. I probably would have had a $200, maybe even a $250 green day if I let those trades play out. And then I'm pretty sure on these winning trades here, I only got a starter position, which, you know, I'm not too upset about because I don't think I would have been comfortable taking like 2 or 3 contracts on this because the stop was a little bit wider. But yeah, this was just a buy the close bull trend on RTY. This 5-minute bar was like the only pullback bar. Well, technically it didn't even this is not really a pullback because this candle did not go below the previous bar's low, but it's still like a little pause bar, and it retested the 5-minute opening range. And when it started to look like a failure to go lower, I just went long with 1 micro. And had we retested the opening print and offered a second entry, I probably would have added a second one, but we never got the second entry. So I held this up to the 80s for a perfect exit. I don't know how I managed to sell at like the exact top here. I set a limit order like right before the 80s, and I got filled like to the tick, which was beautiful. So yeah, much better execution on this trade. But the problem is I sized smaller, so I only made 50 when I think I should have made at least 100. But again, when you just get a starter position, you gotta take what the market gives you. It is what it is. Oh yeah, and in case you want to see the trades I've taken this week, here they are. This was a break-even trade on gold. I think it was valid to take this off at break-even because I did not like that we were holding this level, which was, I believe we had prior day high sitting right around here. So anyway, I went short off 3,300 on this bar here. Held through this little fake out here. It went down in my favor a little bit, and then I just took it off here. So this was an A++, but I think it was worth a shot. This setup, oh my word. I forgot to show you guys this one. I'm going to break it down on TradeZilla. Now, I usually don't get a ton of FOMO when I trade, like when I sell for a win and it keeps going. But this day was a little bit different. Because I took a long on RTY here. Considering the price action up to that point, I was not expecting an absolutely parabolic move after I got out. Let's mark out some levels here. So yeah, 2200 was prior day high. This was prior day low. So I took a higher low on the reclaim of prior day low. I went long here above this bar. Let's just say my stop was, I think it was here at 85s. Yeah, this was only about a 1.5 R trade. But taking profit right here, there's not really a reason to do that. I think I just really wanted to secure a win because I thought it would be good for my confidence and my psychology. But as you can see, I mean, this would have been a very easy hold into the prior day high, 2200, and well beyond that too. So yeah, a little bit frustrated I didn't hold this one longer. Let's take a look at the next one. Yeah, I held this trade a lot better. This was another RTY trade on Wednesday. And yeah, this is one of those trades where I didn't feel like the entry was super A+, so I just took 1 contract. I was planning on just holding for a while, which I did. So I took 1 when we were starting to push above the opening print. And I got a pretty nice move in my favor. And I took this off up around this high, around the 34s. So 14 points on RTY is pretty good. I'm not too upset about that. And that is all I did this week. I didn't take any more trades. Alrighty guys, honestly that's all I have for today. I'm not really doing much more today. I was looking up 4th of July movies to watch, and I'm either going to watch The Patriot or National Treasure. Probably The Patriot because I've never seen that. So yeah, I think I'm just going to watch that movie tonight and just kind of chill. There might be some fireworks going on outside. I might watch those too. But yeah, other than that, I don't really have anything else to share in this video today. We're not going to play basketball. I'll probably do that in the next video. So yeah, this was really just an update video of where I'm at with my trading. So I still know what I need to work on. It's pretty obvious. It's really obvious after looking at some of those trades we just went through. Yeah, thank you again for all the support on this channel. I appreciate all of you that are following me along this long journey. It really does mean a lot to me. So with that being said, thank you all so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.